A snowy proposal under the stars. The chill of the December night air filled my lungs, invigorating yet bittersweet. It was Christmas Eve, the time of year that usually warmed my heart, but this evening felt different. I could almost taste the peppermint mocha I craved, with whipped cream piled high and the cozy presence of my best friend, Lila, beside me on our plush sofa. But duty called, as a mutual friend insisted on a night out, one I was reluctantly pulled into. I met Harlan at the city square, the scene straight out of a holiday postcard. Twinkling lights hung from every lamppost, and music floated on the air from a nearby band. As I looked around, the fresh blanket of snow crunched beneath my boots, painting everything in a pristine white. "Harlan, you look dashing," I said, appreciating the warmth that radiated from his bright red scarf against his dark coat. "Thanks, Kai," he smiled. "You look radiant." But as we strolled through the festive crowd, an uneasiness settled in my gut. Harlan was sweet and good-looking, but my heart was tied elsewhere. It ached for Lila, who would be busy trimming the tree without me. At the park, we found a peaceful spot beneath a towering fir wrapped in lights. The clock struck 10:30 p.m., and I sighed. This place is beautiful, but I should be at home. "What's on your mind, Kai?" Harlan gently elbowed me. I hesitated before responding. "I was just thinking about decorating the Christmas tree with Lila tonight. She promised to save the best ornaments for me." Just then, Harlan's expression shifted. "Kai, there's something I need to share," he stammered, rummaging through his coat pocket. My heart raced in panic. "What is it?" I asked cautiously. His face broke into a nervous smile as he knelt in the snow. "You've captured my heart, and I can't imagine my life without you. So, Kai, will you marry me?" He opened a velvet box, revealing a delicate silver ring that sparkled against the snow, and my breath hitched. But as I looked into his eager eyes, my stomach twisted. "Harlan, I need to be honest," I started, feeling the weight of the moment pressing down. "I care about you, but not like that. I love Lila." Harlan stood up, his bravado faltering amidst the twinkling lights. "Oh." My heart ached for him as he dropped the ring back into the box. "Wait, what do you mean, Lila? Is there something I don't know?" Before I could answer, Harlan's buddy, a tall guy in a wool coat named Lucas, came into view, his face a mix of confusion and excitement. "Did you propose?" No. I was just," Harlan stammered, suddenly flustered. Lucas rubbed the back of his neck awkwardly. "You weren't supposed to propose yet." "Harlan, what happened to the plan?" I groaned near hyperventilation as more familiar faces joined the fray, each one revealing that there had been a hidden challenge among them. They had placed bets about who would make the big romantic gesture first, and here I was, caught like a deer in headlights amid the unfolding chaos of emotions. After a lengthy evening of broken hearts and flashing egos, I found myself back on my block, trudging through the now-frozen slush, eager to return to my haven with Lila. Opening the door to my apartment, an aroma of cinnamon and popcorn enveloped me, drawing me in. I stumbled towards the couch, where a comforting glow illuminated the room as Lila adjusted ornaments on the tree. "Oh, thank goodness you're home. How was it?" she called, holding a bowl of popcorn aloft as she plopped down next to me, her ugly Christmas sweater transforming her into a vision of warmth. I sighed heavily and flopped back against the cushions. "I didn't ask for that. Men are hopeless when it comes to reading the room. Did you decorate the tree without me?" Lila laughed, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "Of course not. I saved the real fun for you. We could still make popcorn garland." Grinning wide, I reached for the steaming bowl, shoving popcorn into my mouth. "You always know how to brighten my day." With a playful chuckle, Lila stood to gather supplies. She returned with thread and a needle, handing them to me with a flourish. "Your turn to shine, my lady." I took the needle, feeling excitement bubble within me as we began to string the popcorn together, laughter bouncing between us like holiday cheer. As the final piece of our garland found its place on the tree, Lila leaned back, a content smile on her face. You know, this actually looks really good, she teased, tucking stray hair behind her ear. Oh, so you doubted my decorating prowess? I shot back playfully, my heart racing with the moment. She feigned innocence, tilting her head. Wouldn't be the first time I've doubted you. Just then, Lila cleared her throat, her eyes serious. Kai, can we talk? There's something I've been dying to tell you. Curious, I leaned in, catching a glimpse of her preparing 2 glasses of wine. I wondered what could possibly be so important. Sure. What's up? When she handed me my glass, I took a sip, sensing something odd at the bottom. I pulled it away and was greeted by shimmering light, an engagement ring. Lila. What is this? I gasped, realizing the depth of this moment. Kai, I've liked you for forever. You're smart, fun, and quite frankly, you're amazing. I know this sounds impulsive, but how about we make it official? Will you marry me? A rush of emotions flooded my senses, disbelief melted into hope, and the memories of the awkward proposal from a few hours earlier faded away. I felt tears streaming down my face as I beamed at my best friend. Yes, Lila. 1,000 times yes. I squealed, throwing my arms around her. You make me the happiest person alive. We embraced tightly, surrounded by twinkling lights and the magic of Christmas Eve, finally amidst a world only we belonged to. That snowy night, I realized I had found so much more than decoration, or a holiday celebration. I had found love, and this was just the beginning. As I pulled away from Lila's warm embrace, I looked at her sparkling eyes filled with glee. The ring shimmered in the glow of the Christmas lights, casting little rainbows across the room. My heart raced with the exhilarating mix of love, surprise, and joy. So how do we celebrate our engagement? I asked, grinning from ear to ear. The whole evening had transformed into a perfect finale with fireworks of emotions lighting up the room. Lila laughed, her laughter echoing like Christmas bells. I've got just the thing. How about we make one of our classic holiday movies into a drinking game? Wow, going for the Christmas spirit with style, I see. I teased, already imagining us curled up on the couch, surrounded by cozy blankets and popcorn. The idea lit a spark in her eyes. And we can use that mistletoe I found at the market. Perfect. Just remember, I'm going to win this game, I said, playfully challenging her. Within minutes, we had settled onto the couch, a large blanket draped over both of us, with cups of festive hot cocoa in hand. Our favorite holiday movie, The Holiday, flickered to life on the screen. Much to my surprise, we got fully immersed in the movie, laughing at the silly antics of the characters, and every time a character kissed under the mistletoe, we exchanged mischievous glances before taking a playful sip of our beverages. As the movie rolled on, I realized how natural and right this felt. My mind wandered to the coming weeks of wedding planning, our friends' surprised reactions, and simply our lives intertwined in the most beautiful way possible. Halfway through, Lila paused the film. Hey, can I say something serious for a moment? She asked, biting her lip. Absolutely. What's on your mind? I replied, sensing the weight of her words. Lila took a deep breath. I want us to be open and honest with each other. I know we've talked about a lot tonight, but it's important to me that our relationship, especially our engagement, is built on trust. I nodded, feeling my heart swell with pride for her mature approach. I appreciated her need for open communication and shared my own thoughts. I completely agree. I want us to share everything, no matter how silly or serious. We're in this together, and I want to make sure we build a solid foundation. She smiled warmly, her cheeks flushed. Good. Also, I've got some crazy ideas about the wedding planning already. Oh no, what have you been cooking up? I couldn't help but chuckle. I briefly thought about a snow-themed wedding. Just imagine, white lace, twinkling fairy lights, and a grand outdoor venue filled with snowflakes dancing all around, she mused, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Okay, but what if it snows too much? We'd have to have hot chocolate at the altar to keep warm. I joked, earning a laugh from her. Then it's perfect, Lila said, her spirit infectious. A hot chocolate toast with our guests, surrounded by the magic of winter. I loved the cheer she brought. Okay, I'm sold. Just no ice sculptures of us, all right. No promises, she quipped back. We both burst into laughter, our merriment filling the cozy apartment. It felt surreal, as if every dream I ever had about love was coming true right before my eyes. As the movie resumed, our shoulders met, and her fingers intertwined with mine. A peaceful calm washed over me, and in that moment, I felt at home, safe and ready to embrace whatever came next. When the movie concluded, and the credits rolled, Lila turned to me, her expression earnest. So what's next for us? Are you ready to tell our families? I knew how daunting it would be. I'm a bit nervous, but yes. I want them to know, especially since I know how our families can be a bit overwhelming. Lila nodded slowly, biting her lip. As long as we do it together. We'll find a way to tell them that's true to us. Exactly. Together, I echoed, my heart swelling with determination. As the night deepened, our laughter faded into quiet talks, shifting toward dreams of our shared future. We talked about places we wanted to travel to, the adventures we would embark on, and the small things that brought us joy. Every moment spent together was like unwrapping a cherished gift. Eventually, our conversation turned softer. Lila leaned closer, resting her head on my shoulder. You know, this feels right. I've waited so long to be with you like this. Me too, I whispered, threading my fingers through her hair. I never thought I'd find someone who makes everything feel so magical. What are you thinking? Lila asked, her voice low. I was just wondering, what if we do a weekend getaway after the holidays? Just the two of us. I suggested, the idea floated out effortlessly. Sounds perfect. You read my mind, she responded, her excitement reigniting as we began planning a cozy escape. But before we could finalize our mini vacation plans, there was a soft knock on our door that interrupted our blissful moment. Surprised, we exchanged glances. What time is it? I asked, looking at the clock. Way too late for visitors, but let's see who it is, Lila replied. She rose from the couch, wrapping the blanket around her shoulders. As she opened the door, our friends, Thomas, Lucas, and a few others, stood on the other side, bright-eyed and bundled up against the cold. Seeing the happy surprise on their faces, I felt a rush of warmth fill the room. What brings you all here? I chuckled, unable to hide my grin. We came to celebrate. Thomas exclaimed, his sincerity shining through despite his earlier heartbreak. We heard the news. Yeah, Harlan texted us, and we couldn't let you two celebrate alone, added Lucas. Lila and I exchanged proud smiles. The love and support of our friends enveloped us, making the moment even more special. All right, come on in. We've got hot cocoa and popcorn, I said, welcoming them inside. As the party atmosphere began to unfold, filled with laughter, cheer, and the unexpected company, I couldn't help but think that this was only the beginning. With Lila by my side, I knew we were ready to embrace everything life had to offer, together, hand in hand, navigating the magical unexpected twists of love, friendship, and happily ever after. The laughter and joy flowed effortlessly as our friends poured through the door, filling the once quiet apartment with a lively buzz. Thomas, Lucas, and the others shed their winter layers and shuffled in, making themselves at home. I couldn't help but smile at the sight of so many familiar faces coming together to celebrate our engagement. Lila quickly regained her spirits, offering everyone hot cocoa while I set out the popcorn for our spontaneous gathering. She flitted about like a bright little Christmas elf, her energy infectious. I vote we make a toast, Lucas exclaimed, holding his mug high as he settled in on the couch. To Kai and Lila, the most adorable couple we know. Everyone raised their mugs, and I could feel the warmth of the moment enveloping us all as we clinked our cups together. To love, laughter, and a lifetime of happy memories, Lila added, her eyes sparkling with sincerity. After everyone took a sip, the energy morphed into playful teasing as our friends began bombarding us with questions about wedding plans. "So, when's the big day?" Thomas asked, feigning dramatic enthusiasm. "And can I wear a tux that clashes with everyone else's outfits?" "No clash allowed," I shot back, rolling my eyes playfully. "You'll just have to match the theme." "Speaking of themes, I have some ideas." Lila chimed in, excitement in her voice. "What about a snow-themed wedding with hot cocoa bars and blankets for guests?" "That sounds incredible," Lucas exclaimed. "That's something I can get behind. And let's not forget snowball fights." The night danced between laughter and light-hearted banter, our friends enthusiastically sharing ideas and their own experiences. As the evening continued, I caught gleams of light filtering through Lila's joyful expressions. Every smile and every burst of laughter made me realize how fortunate I was to have her in my life. After a while, our friends began sharing their own romantic stories, their own sweet mishaps, and I felt my heart swell even more. The warmth of friendship and love washed over us like a cozy blanket on a cold winter night. Then it dawned on me, amid the chatter and merriment, how important it was to share moments like these. This was not just a celebration of our engagement, but also of the bonds we had forged over the years. "Hey, everyone!" I shouted over the noise, raising my voice above the joyful chaos. "Can we take a moment for something special?" The room quieted down with curious looks directed my way. "Lila and I want to thank you all for being here, not just tonight, but in our lives. We couldn't have dreamed of a better support system. You guys mean the world to us." Lila beamed, joining me in this moment of appreciation. "Absolutely. Without you, we wouldn't have gotten to this point. We love each and every one of you." With a collective awe, our friends filled the room with heartfelt affirmations of love and support. As the evening lingered, a sense of nostalgia filled the air with shared memories layered over new hopes, dreams, and the excitement of our engagement. I found myself staring at Lila, who had nestled close to me on the couch, laughter in her eyes as she swayed from side to side, caught up in the warmth of the moment. "Come on, how about a game?" Thomas suggested, breaking the sweet sentiment. "Let's see how well you two know each other." "A trivia game," Lucas chimed in. "Let's test your knowledge of each other's quirks." Lila's eyes sparked mischievously. "Oh, I'm so in. This will be fun." Everyone shuffled into a circle with cushions and blankets sprawled all around us, ready for a battle of knowledge and anecdotes. Lila and I faced off against each other, with everyone taking turns asking questions. "Okay, here's an easy one," Thomas said, rubbing his hands in anticipation. "What is Lila's go-to karaoke song?" "I know this," I shot back confidently. "It's Rolling in the Deep by Adele." Lila erupted into a fit of giggles. "Okay, true. But you're not singing it tonight." "Oh, come on, I'll sing it if you do," I retorted, shooting her a playful grin. "Deal," she laughed. Questions bounced back and forth, ranging from our favorite childhood snacks to embarrassing stories we had shared over the years. With every story, we learned something new and silly about each other, deepening our connection further. As the game wound down, so did the unusual hour. The laughter and energy slowly quieted, and our friends began saying their goodbyes, leaving us feeling a delicious kind of tired from the evening's festivities. "Thanks, everyone," Lila called to the last of our friends. As they trudged out into the crisp night, I admired Lila's radiant smile, which seemed to shine brighter than the holiday lights swaying outside. "Tonight was perfect," I said, pulling her closer. My heart swelled as I reminisced about the memories we had created. "It really was," she mused, tucking her hair behind her ear. "And to think it all started with a bet and for confused guys. Oh no, I'm forever haunted by them." I laughed, shaking my head. As the last of our friends disappeared into the night, I closed the door behind them and turned to Lila. "What a night. We survived our first engagement celebration. How about we wrap it up with some snacks and a movie?" I suggested, already heading toward the kitchen for leftover popcorn. I love that idea. But you have to promise to sing Rolling in the Deep while we make it, she teased, following closely behind me, her laughter still ringing in my ears. Only if you don't roll your eyes at me while I do. I shot back, pulling out a few bags of popcorn and tossing them into the microwave. As the comforting warmth spread through my home, filling the space yet again, I turned to Lila. I'm so glad you're mine. With a soft smile, she answered, and I'm yours forever. The night sank into a comforting quiet filled with the warmth of our togetherness, and as the popcorn popped merrily, I realized how lucky I was to have found true love, not just in a proposal, but in the reassuring steadiness of our friendship. With Lila by my side, I was ready to face the world, one pop of popcorn at a time, knowing that together we could embrace all the ups and downs of life. And in that cozy moment, with laughter still echoing around us, I could hardly wait for all the adventures yet to come.